Hey guys, I went to Trejos Tacos. That's a place that exists in LA. I guess it's a small LA-based chain, because they're doing a team up with Hotville Chicken. Hotville Chicken is a newish hot chicken place. I guess it's not new anymore. It opened up before the pandemic. It's owned by Kim Prince, who is a member of the Prince's Hot Chicken family. And I think they use a similar, if not the same recipe as Prince's. I'm not super clear, because obviously they didn't just call it Prince's Chicken. So there's got to be something going on. I don't know. Anyway, so Hotville Chicken's really good. It's a really hot chicken. I don't know. I'd imagine Hattie B's and Prince's are more like this, whereas Helen Ray's has like a really strong flavor profile. This is just like, it's a sucker punch of heat, and then you're just kind of dealing with it. It's honestly a little bit unpleasant, and at Hotville, I'll go less hot than I go basically anywhere else, but you know, whatever. So they have like hot chicken tacos and a hot chicken burrito. So I'm just gonna try. I think they also have they have normal stuff too, but I actually ate most of it already. So I got a fried chicken taco, and it does not appear to have, it seems to be wrapped in lettuce as opposed to tortilla. But I don't know. I feel like it pissed off the guys who are working the counter and stuff. Why would they not use it? I'm just holding a handful. Look at this. Just a loose handful of ingredients. They're not contained in any meaningful way. Well, I'll just come out and say it. That was monstrous, right? You saw that. Unless I cut it. I ordered a bunch of items. Well, let's just talk through the story real quick. I mean, why not? I am afraid of COVID, and no one cares about COVID anymore. So that's becoming more and more of a problem, especially as I interface with restaurants. I called this place. No, I didn't call them first. I checked their website because they have this new promotional taco, the Hotville Chicken taco. I checked their website because I wanted to see if they actually had it and would let me order it online, and you can't order it online. So I called them and I asked them if I could order it online, or if there's any way I could order it online that wouldn't, mess them up, or if I could place an order on the phone. And they were like, no, you have to place it online or come in person. And I was like, yeah, but I just explained the problem I'm having. So what should I do to solve it? And they're like, yeah, well, you can just put a note in the tacos of the order online, but there's no guarantee. And I'm like, yeah, that's why I called, is to try and, adjudicate this situation. And they're like, well, you should probably just come in. And I'm like, I can't just tell you over the phone. Like, it's like, this is a specific corner case where the normal system is not working. Maybe we can come to some sort of alternate arrangement. I don't know. But he said, it's probably better to come in, or you could just try online. And I didn't want to try online just because, I thought that would be annoying. Like, if I were a line cook and I saw that on the ticket, I would be like, what the fuck? And also, I don't know the prices of these items. So if I order something and then say, make it a fucking this taco, and it's not as much, like, they're not going to give me that because I didn't pay for it, right? Anyway, so then I went in person to order, and I ordered a bunch of things. And then right as the guy was saying anything else, I made the joke. I said, and that'll be all. And then the guy said anything else. And right as he was saying that, I just realized, oh, and that'll be all is kind of silly because I ordered so many things. So what I say is, yeah, like, that'll be all, right? That was kind of the idea, like sarcasm, like, yeah, that's it. Okay. But the way I said it, I think it just came across as just kind of like a big fat beard guy sounding kind of angry, like, yeah, that'll be all, kind of, and I was wearing masks, so I don't know of my tone. And the guy didn't react. He kind of didn't react at all, which made me feel like I don't think he took this the way I intended it, but he was nice and stuff. And then he said, I just need your signature. And then he pulled the receipt, and then he signed the receipt. It had a form to put the tip, and I was going to leave a tip because I always leave a tip. But he signed my receipt. And so I'm like, did I piss him off? Was he like, oh, I'm not going to give him the opportunity to not tip me, or like, and because he just assumed I was going to not tip? I don't know, whatever. But that's why I thought that maybe the restaurant was mad at me. Well, but anyway, who cares? End result, no tortilla, which was very weird. So let's actually talk about the food, right? It had a nice sauce that was not over applied. It was just kind of vague and creamy. I really didn't get a lot of flavor off of it. And then it had some pico, which was pretty buried in the mix. I could have done with a little more pico, even though I'm not a big pico guy. The chunks of chicken were really good. It was kind of like a pretty delicate, elaborate breading, if that makes sense. The kind I tend to associate like with higher end restaurants or taverns sometimes do like these chicken strips that are kind of plussed up, and they're not necessarily always really good. Or it's like maybe, I think Jadori chicken sometimes is prepared that way, like Jadori fried chicken. It just has this specific kind of crust to it, which was really good. But, overall, it just tasted like a couple pieces of chicken and then, some like pico. Like, it was not, I actually expected it to be a lot better. But, it's not bad. It's fine. And the cheese, I think there was a bit of cheese in there and it was good. The flavor was fine. It just, if it had a fucking tortilla, I think it would be great. But it didn't. So I think this is supposed to be the spicy chicken taco. Maybe they just mixed up that's probably what happened. They probably just mixed up my fried chicken taco with someone else's who had ordered it that way or something like that, right? That makes sense. So here is the hot chicken. You can see the fried chicken. Well, maybe you can't. I don't know. The color's getting all blown out. It's got pickles. It looks like it's got slaw. It's got some sort of sauce. I don't know if that's part of the slaw or what. It might have cheese. No, that's cabbage. Anyway. Okay, so let's try this. So, this isn't Hotville chicken. This is just the Trejos tacos chicken. I'm only getting the very mildest of spice, but you know how it takes the heat a while to come on? There's definitely cheese. It's like a pimento cheese or something. I don't know what that is. It's good, though. Yeah, man, that's good. It's got chicken. It's got just a little bit of heat. Well, it's more heat than like some of their other salsas and stuff, but I wouldn't call it, anywhere close to Hotville. It is there, though. It's like, it's hot chicken heat as opposed to, like hot sauce or some sort of spicy salsa that they just put on top of it. God damn, dude, it's so good. So then finally they got the street corn. Technically it's esquites. Someone corrected me about this, but I didn't know the answer. I just said it wrong last time I did a video. Which is basically elote, but off the cob you cut it up. So, it's pretty intense looking, right? So you could tell at the beginning that there's this kind of burnt seasoning all over it. And that burnt flavor is really good throughout this. It has this kind of char on it. It's not as creamy as I would have expected. Yeah, it's not as like creamy or cheesy as I would have expected, or like fatty. But between the sweet and the texture of the corn, and then all these different spices, and then the little, what do you call it? Like the little bite acid of the cheese, it all works pretty well together. Anywhere I'll go, if they have street corn, I try to get it just because it's nice to see how other people do it, and it's always good, In total, I would say 3.5 forks, and for the hot chicken tacos for me, that's got to be 5 forks, Now get the fuck out of here.